Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card topic is taking a look at what is the truth behind this situation. So let's go ahead and shuffle out our 3 different groups for today's message. So we're using a tarot deck today. This is the Wake Me Up Tarot. So can we get 3 groups, please? Here's group 1, groups 2 and 3, please. So we're going to be using a few different oracle decks and tarot decks to see how you're feeling about the situation and then compare that to the actual context of the situation. So here is group 1. You are the 5 of Swords. Group 2, you are the 10 of Cups. And group 3, you are the Queen of Pentacles. So take as much time as you need to choose your pile or piles for today's reading. When you're ready, the timestamps are listed below in the description box, so you can head there and I will meet you at your reading. Hi there, group 1. Welcome to your messages. I'm super excited to jump right into this, so let's go ahead and reveal the truth behind this situation. We're going to start with a couple oracle decks. This one here represents your kind of inner spirit and essence, so we're going to find out kind of how you have been feeling generally about the situation, as well as with this deck too. This is going to give us kind of that same energy check for you guys. So let's see, how has group 1 been feeling with the situation before we find out what the truth behind it is. Okay, so we have here beginnings, adjustment, shedding, new, and release. Okay. We also have faith with trust, unwavering, and confidence. I love that. You've been confident and have faith in some new beginning, in some transition. So far, that's what we know about how you've been feeling. Let's go ahead and I'm actually going to shuffle out right away some tarot to expand on how you're feeling before we reveal the cards that represent the actual truth behind this. Okay, so let's see, how has pile 1 been feeling with this situation? Is this accurate to how we've read the first few cards? Let's see. So we have the 10 of Wands. Definitely feels like a willingness or reluctance rather to release. So I'm going to see unwavering. I'm going to keep going before I get into that, but having an idea for that card, we have Page of Wands as well. The 4 of Pentacles and the Hermit. Okay, so give me a pause here. I'm just going to think about what was coming up with this card and these for a moment here. So how you're feeling. It's like your unwavering faith and trust in this situation, in this change, is good, is what you should be doing. You should be practicing that faith and trust in order to protect your peace through a new beginning and through adjustment. But it's almost like you're like an all or nothing right now. Like you feel like you have a responsibility to carry everything with you from this past lesson and past experience into this new one. You feel like that is part of the unwavering faith and trust, is that that's part of the process, is having to find a way to carry what I have grown in my past into the new one and find space for it. It's an interesting message. I think we'll get more clarity, of course, what the truth behind that is, but that's one aspect of how you're feeling. And to be clear, I'm getting intuitively that the message could be that, of course, this is not actually what's you're being asked to do, the faith and trust part is right, is accurate, but the part where you feel like release is like betrayal or release is a wrongdoing is where it can use adjustment in your process and how you're approaching this newness. And then I have another message that just came out as I was talking about that. Give me just a moment as well. Yeah, like you feel a responsibility to, and now I'm seeing the medal that she's wearing as a symbol. Like you feel a need, a pressure to honorable people, strong people wear their experiences with pride. They speak of them with pride, whatever it is, but that doesn't always have to be everyone's mission. For you, your mission with this situation is to release and to allow true, unwavering faith by releasing and letting what should come in. And then I see that we do have the Four of Pentacles, who has that message of need to release, need to loosen the grip on the intensity behind the situation and what you have been doing to follow guidance through it. That's how you felt, and you're wondering what you should be doing. You're wondering what needs to go, what should carry forward. Page of Wands, I think, is in process of discovering that. You are in process of discovering who you are. And the Hermit as well makes me think of that too. You're in process of discovery about yourself, which is leading up to the ability to release. Upon true discovery, you then have the option going forward of release. But first takes the discovery, which comes from quiet introspection, doing the work. Then the Page of Wands does feel like that journey is starting. There's interest in starting that transformation and finding answers. There's interest in finding answers, which is, of course, part of why you're watching this reading, is to find answers. And you want to know, going forward, what to take, what is going to bring me peace, what is the truth, is what I need, what other people need as well, is what I need going to look different? That's what you want to know. You just want to know, what do I need in this situation? What is the truth for me? Not considering what other people need at all. Okay, so let's get into the messages about the truth behind the situation. So we're going to go back and add some oracle cards. This might get a little bit crowded, to be honest, but we're going to work with it. So let's start with this oracle deck. Let's find out the truth behind this situation. Can we know, going forward, what does pile 1, what should they do? How do they handle this? So we have trust. I love that came up again. Faith in the power of the universe. Trust and faith. Heavy themes in this message. So the truth, I wanted to mention with you guys that the energy check could just be duplicated then with the truth messages coming out, because what you feel very well could be accurate. So we could just have those messages reciprocated. So we're seeing to begin that, of course, I mentioned that your trust and your faith is good, but there's something about your allowance of that to go into everything that needs to be adjusted, and so that you're allowed to release and go into newness. So trust and faith coming up strong in the message. Let's go next. This deck here, we want additional, more detailed aspects of what this truth is. For pile 1, what is the truth? What are they, how are they meant to use their strong commitment to faith and trust and their great skill at it, how are they meant to use that truly? What is the truth? We have manipulation. We also have idealism. So manipulation, you're meant to use that to adjust your life to be the best possible version that it could be, to have the best possible situations involved in it, the best possible people, to manifest, basically. Your power of faith and trust is meant to allow you to be a powerful manifester, to manipulate what's around you instantly in some cases, to make something that has a strong negative reaction from other people. You come in with this fresh, neutral perspective or a glass half full perspective. You manipulate so many situations because you trust that it is what it is. Like, it happened here and now because it was meant to. Like, you just have this general not caringness almost about things that happen, the way that other people kind of overreact to it. You're meant to be able to manipulate any situation in front of you into one that just, yeah, like the perfect situation, idealism. And this is, why am I blanking right now? This is Aquarius, yes. I was looking at the number, I could look at the symbol that would tell me it's Aquarius, but idealism, dream big. You are a visionary. You can use your faith and your trust to really, the hermit, look at the meditation that's happening, the manifestation through envisioning an ideal situation and world and life. Your faith and trust is meant to bring you so far in your ability to do that in areas where other people... And I'm getting another message here now. We talked about, should you be letting things go? You probably should, but because of your faith and trust, you felt like a duty to hang on to them. And with idealism, that feels like perhaps that is the truth in some way, that yes, you should carry some of that forward and work with it, manipulate it into something better. I think that when you're intuitive, you may reach a point with relationships or with different situations you are involved with, that if you have the opportunity to get to a point where, okay, this has been going this way for a while, is this person going to be like a friend? Like, are we going to go forward and like really truly be friends, or are we just going to be acquaintances and like whatever? And where you could just say like, we're just going to be nothing, like it doesn't matter, you're choosing to carry that forward. Additionally, even though it doesn't carry that much weight, it still takes up space, but like it doesn't carry much weight for you. It doesn't take much strength for you to carry that forward. And the reality of it is that you will find situations, even if they are a few and far in between, that this person is useful to you, whether it's because, again, with how you view things, nothing is too little to carry forward. And I'm starting to understand that maybe that is the truth for you, because what you carry forward, you can manipulate into anything. You can transmute it, transform it into something better if it's bad. And then what I was saying before, I'm going all over the place. Yeah, you find that the things you do decide to carry, even though they are not super prominent in your life, they can come forward to serve you in whatever way, even if that sounds selfish to some people or manipulative in a bad way. It's even as simple as not denying yourself the opportunity to have even one scattered interaction with this person where you crack a joke, they crack a joke, and it brightens both of your days. That's enough to keep something in your life. You have room, you have the ability to carry, and you will squeeze every last bit of goodness and energy exchange between the people and things in your life as you can. But I think there is still, nevertheless, the message of still being on the lookout, still screening for things that truly are like, this definitely has nothing for me at this point. I am not going to learn anything else from this. I'm not going to grow from this. This is depleted. It's actively taking me backward. It's actively making me upset, emotional, feel negative, taking my energy down. That is the kind of thing that you should screen for and let go. But the truth seems to be now that you are capable. You have the capacity to work with a lot, to make things a lot less than they were, or a lot bigger or more significant than they were, a lot more actualized than they were when they were a dream, when they were a vision. Investing things and they grow, and it's a lot that you have a handle on. I'm thinking of like an octopus, like all over the place, multiple things that you are handling, but you do it very well. I think unwavering, you do it with a lot of strength and grace. I think you kind of enjoy it. I think you enjoy being somewhat of like a collector of all things, of all experiences and people. For some of you that could be true, but let's continue. We still do have tea leaf to get into, so we'll see we're gonna get like more details about what this truth is. What else can we know about what specifically is this truth meant to be brought to our attention today for, and what else does it do other than the obvious with what we've mentioned? Can we find out with the tea leaf anything else? It doesn't feel like there's too much, to be honest, in the tea leaf. I'm gonna take that one and maybe let's take that one as well. Okay. We have beetle with good fortune. Love that. Coins with money will be coming to you. Beautiful. And not with unsuccessful plans. So, further details to the truth behind this situation. Good fortune, money coming to you. Unsuccessful plans. I think I had mentioned just now about like investing and having I had a thought, I don't know if I mentioned it, but like having scattered areas of resources, like almost like buried treasure in multiple places, and translating to like having multiple bank accounts or side hustles or investment places, whatever it is. But so good fortune coming from those areas combined, coming generally from your strategy, your strategy and analysis of the numbers and doing that kind of thing. Through that, a lot of money and good fortune coming to you, as well as good fortune through your trust, faith, and power in the universe. The unsuccessful plans. I wanted to say that felt just kind of like an exchange, like one for the other. You get money and something falls through inevitably. Like that almost could be a pattern that's coming up that's representing further the truth behind this situation, to confirm what you've been doing, how you handle what comes into your life. Confirming that is this idea I'm getting now of like you noticing a cycle of one thing comes in and one other smaller or kind of equally significant thing falls away. You notice that pattern, one exchange, input and then output. And I had another message with this. There's something about you kind of prepare for that as well. Like you kind of understand, you get a handle on that cycle and how that works, and you can almost anticipate it. And on like a grander scale, it's similar to the idea of, you ask, like, why is everything, like a tower moment in tarot is this idea of like things falling down for a blank slate to be left to build even greater heights on, an even greater foundation to build a taller tower on. That is the idea, and that's a knowledge and a wisdom that I think you have down. You get it, you get the cycle, you don't let it bring fear into your life because we have unwavering trust and confidence and faith. You're pretty adamant in your position of power in life generally. You're not someone who gets insecure often. You don't take things seriously enough to like get that insecure. And yeah, that's a side note. But that is the truth behind that as well. Let's finish things out here. We are well into a good message here, about 20 minutes. So let's take a look. Final messages, guidance for the collective going forward. We're using a different tarot deck. How to navigate this truth and any further confirmations we can get for it. How to navigate this truth. And this one. So let's see. We have the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles coming up twice here, Seven of Pentacles, wow, the numerology is interesting, and the High Priestess, the truth behind this situation. 7, 4, 7. I feel like you are protected through rationality, through your actions, again with like investment, with having multiple resources, knowing the cycle, being strategic with it. You are protected here with 4 and 4 on the inside because of that practicality. And I feel like on the outside, you have harnessed, as the High Priestess, who is intuitive, who would contain such knowledge as I talked about, of knowing the cycle of input and output and not getting too fearful. She has created this energy field around you, this ability. This is the truth. Your protection, never putting all of your action into just the physical, to the earthly, to the rational and practical, and never just into the spiritual, intuitive, that side of things. You use both, and that is the key. That is the magic. On the outside, we have 7 and 7. I'm thinking about numerology. So 7, wish fulfillment, luck, expansion, prosperity. That's what it makes me think of. It makes me think of guidance from your spirits as well, your spirit guides. And so you're protected on the outer ring by those aspects. That is the truth. You know this to be true. You know you're protected. You know that you have some gift, multiple gifts, and this is true. What you felt at the beginning that we looked at, more or less was true to the actual reality that we pulled out with the cards. So you are intuitive, you are the High Priestess, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please do take the time to like, comment your favorite emoji, and subscribe to the channel. If you take the time to do all 3 of those things, I really, really appreciate it. It helps my channel out so much. But with all that being said, Pile 1, I hope you have an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck in this energy, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi Group 2, welcome to your messages. Let's jump right in. We're going to shuffle out some oracle cards to get an energy check for how you have felt about the situation, how you have processed and interpreted it as well. So let's find out your feelings around it, and then we will jump into what the truth is that will either confirm what you have been feeling or be different. So let's take a look. We have manifest with dreams, journal, moon, and sleep. Okay, we have supernatural with inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. I love how much these cards feel like they go together. The colors, if you know this full deck, they look so nice together, and I love that. And to mention with manifest, you're overall definitely in this energy of getting into the details of what you want, of really getting kind of witchy with it, with the supernatural card to manifest, bring to you what you want. You could be like practicing spells, doing some dream journaling, doing like free thought journaling for what you envision, because you're definitely in a mode of manifesting. Like this 10 of Cups, I wanted to say this is like your vision for what you're manifesting. This is a great card to come out when we're talking about manifestations, because this is that wish fulfillment. This is that happy ending, is what I describe it as. The rainbow, the traditional happy family unit that is pictured there. So yes, you are getting into it. You are taking it into your own hands to manifest what you like toward you. So let's expand on this with tarot. I want to find out more about what Pile 2 has been feeling about this. How do they, what are their feelings about this action they've been taking, this energy that they have been in? Wow, the 4 of Wands. You believe that it's working. You believe that it will work. You believe that the things that you want, you will have in this lifetime. The Chariot, definitely you believe in the power of strategy with it. You believe in rationality and being practical, looking at your surroundings and using that to your advantage, and waiting for the right time to make moves, like this game of chess with the Chariot, being strategic and knowing that there's power in those moments where you recognize an opening, you recognize a way to go around or to go further, to pass through a gate. There is magic in that. There is divinity within those moments, and that's how you feel about it. You're looking for those special gateways. You feel like the nighttime is a very good time to access these areas where you have these downloads of wisdom and guidance for what to do next. So let's see this card, the World. Yes, I just feel like you know intuitively, you know that you're gonna get what's yours. And I don't want to jump too ahead on this message, but I wanted to say, like, and you're right, like, you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. I do feel intuitively that this is going to be a strong message of confirmation, that it just feels like textbook. What's come out so far is textbook how to make manifestation happen for you, how to make ascension happen for you, and evolution within your life. The 4 of Wands is like pivotal life moments. You're about, okay, I can't speak like that, I can't, but I do feel strongly that you are making the world for yourself, and you believe it strongly. You believe, especially in the aspects that you've begun actually working with, that you have the opportunity to start handling them based on surroundings, environment, and other contexts that is in line for you to start working with different elements of life. You're doing that, but also the areas that you don't intuitively you feel are not ready to take off, they're not ready to deal with at this time, that kind of thing. You also know that those are going to have their time to come to the surface and to be served to fullness, to completion. So you know generally, like, this world is yours, this world was made for you, you were put on this world to make it yours as well. You strongly feel that. You feel strongly for a long time as well that you would get what you want, what you need. You've never felt truly like, I'm going to be alone forever. I'm going to, like, letting those thoughts, those extreme ends of the scale thoughts get to you. You've always had this kind of confidence that though things may not be perfect now, though I may be wanting to compare my situation to others right now, that I am meant for the best in this lifetime, in all situations, at all times, every single day. With every situation that comes to me, it is meant to be the best one at the time, for the present moment, to set me up for my future and to serve me best in the present. The black cat I'm noticing here just makes me think like you have believed and had a lot of faith in yourself and no one else growing up. Like, yes, other people, but you have been able to get this far and be so strong and independent and powerful in your belief and faith because you've always been listening to yourself since day one. You've always, your inner has reflected clearly into your vision to be addressed and understood. I'm just seeing how, like, her skin is almost blended with, like, the marks on the full moon. And so, like, it's that reflection of your inner shining outwardly. And she has, like, scissors on her neck, and that has been sticking out to me as well. Like, cutting ties, cutting imaginary ties, the scissors that will cut this rope for you to go through. It's interesting. You have the key, you have the tool, that's the message there. You have some extra kind of tool in this lifetime to help you. So areas that seemingly have no solution, you know that you have the key, you do have the key. Okay, so that's how you feel. That's your strong faith and belief. Let's look at what is the truth behind this situation, what is actually going on here with the oracle. So we have rest with give yourself time to recuperate. I'm going to put that up here. And then let's grab two of these to give us a more detailed, closer look at what that rest card is talking about with the truth in this situation. So we have protection, love that, and rebellion. Truth behind this situation, rest, protection, rebellion. I think you're on point with this idea of being protected, of being safe and set up for success in any situation in the present moment, being present, all of which we talked about to paint the picture of kind of what you're bringing to the table here. That does feel reciprocated within the rest cards, within the protection cards, with the oneness as well. We have 3 ones, 111 showing up, and I talked about independence. In one deck, the black cat represents the independence card, which is number 1. And that has served you well to listen to your own voice growing up throughout your life. It's given you some key to access doors that appear to be closed. That much is true, for sure. And where this kind of rebels against what we've talked about quite literally with the rebellion card, it's this idea that rebel against even what you have been doing now, even what you have been taught now. There are limitations in place to what you are manifesting for yourself. There are limitations that you are unconsciously placing on how far this can go. Rebellion, like rebel against the need to be modest. You could practice and very much value an aspect of being modest in life, being simplistic, and that's very good. But a message can be, if there are things that you need that are bigger than you can imagine, why not get that process going? Why not put that into your attention, so that when opportunity presents with the Chariot, you have readiness, because you'll be able to recognize that that is something that you may be interested in. Like, rebel by dreaming even bigger. And I see that she's in the clouds, and we have rest coming up, which I'm just now kind of connecting with the aspects of dreams and supernatural, like that nighttime feeling, the otherworldliness. In that time, go further. Go chase the stars. She's in the clouds in the nighttime with your attraction, with your envisioning. Go even further. I think that you're limiting what you're meant to do here in this lifetime. We're going to find out more about the truth. Let's roll right into the tea leaf. I want to know more about, why is this an encouragement to dream a lot bigger? Why is it like, in some way, looking too small is not what pile 1 should be doing in some areas? Why is this the guidance? So we have key with successful outcome to your problem. We talked about that so much, comparing the scissors to having a key. Wishbone, a wish is granted. And beetle with good fortune. My goodness, guys. It's like, because you have the ability, so use it. You have like the supernatural ability to do this and do it well. And there's no telling where you can go if you do. Something you manifest could affect so many people on that path in a great way. That is part of their plan as well. A wish is granted, successful outcomes to problems, and good fortune. Manifest big because you can, because you're protected, because you have, it's very much so confirmed that you believe in this outcome for yourself. That is the truth, because it is confirmed here with the answers of the cards. You are meant for the world. You are meant for big things. Reevaluate, are you really, truly in belief that it's yours? If you are, how can you start one step toward making it actually happen and let a lot else unfold through the hands of fate, luck, and good fortune? Reevaluate if that belief is truly belief. I'm sure it is belief, but is it one that you believe can happen for you specifically? Can you suspend the disbelief in, who I am now does not want that, who I am now would never be good at that, who I am now is not ready? Suspend that disbelief. Disconnect who you are from receiving it, and know that you know this is the truth, that everything that comes to you comes at the perfect time to unlock the perfect outcome. That is the truth. Let's continue along with tarot. We're going to use a different deck. Can we know more about what is the guidance for pile 2 going forward? How to use this information, how to be at 8 of Cups embark on a new journey, a new focus. Two of Pentacles. Find that you will find the resources that you need. You will be supplied with what you need along the way. The Lovers. It will be a path that is harmonious for more than the reason of what you embarked on it for the goal of it, the Five of Wands. But you're going to achieve much, much more when you choose better. The truth is that you can have so much better. Your life, you may be content with simplicity, and that's fine. That could be, again, what you want in your future. That could be what you actually want compared to what you have now, or you could want a continuation of that. But allow some more flexibility in what you believe will bring that to you. Redefine the boundaries and limitations. Embark on this journey to let go and release any confinement going forward, and find what comes in, find what is supported, and roll with that. Find who gives attention, who supports, who do I love to support, who do I feel supported by, and go forward with that. Learn the lesson of resistance, and when resistance calls for pushing forward versus when it calls for falling back. I think that is a lesson you'll be learning. I'm seeing the Rebellion card right here now too. The truth is that you're meant to learn a lesson about resistance, about rejection as well in your endeavors, and you're learning at what point do I fall back, at what point do I push forward. And the way that you learn this is by knowing more about yourself and what you really want, enjoy. How is this making you feel right now? How is this serving you? And that's what you use as your criteria to judge things that you should consider as a challenge. And as such, is this pushing me away? Is this rejecting me to push me on a new path, the right one? Or is this calling for a challenge to grow and learn through and to push through? That's the truth. That's the truth behind challenges you may come to face with. Yeah, you might feel like challenges, I'm not sure if you have like one preconceived notion of what challenges may look like when you've envisioned kind of this path to achieving the world for you. I'm not sure if you've seen it one way of like, generally you take the idea of challenge means persevere through, or challenge means turn around. I want to find out if that's significant to you for any reason, just so we can get more context on this. Eight of Pentacles. You're very detail-oriented, very skilled, temperance. You let things kind of flow through. We have Four of Wands coming up once again. You wait for the very obvious. You wait for the very significant things to come into play, to really open your eyes to them, to look up from your skilled work, your practiced work, and realize that now is time to adjust balance and perhaps let this thing in. You use impact of events to judge, to grasp your attention. And so to bring more balance, to bring more opportunity to you, allow yourself to look up from the grand plan, from the grand scheme of things, and experience and see the smaller aspects that present themselves to you. Keep your eye open for those, and not just focus on the major events and major happenings, major wins, etc. That is what will bring you balance going forward. That is your guidance. I hope you enjoy this message, Pile 2. Please take the time to like, comment your favorite emoji, as well as subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you take the time to do all of those things. It really helps out my channel. But with all of that said, Pile 2, I hope you have an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck in this energy, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi there, Group 3. Let's jump right into your messages. We're going to start with some oracle to get an idea of how you are feeling about the situation so that we can then look at the actual context of it to know if they're matching up, if your feelings are truth or if they are a bit different. So let's grab from this deck as well to get your energy. Pile 3's feelings around this situation, please. Okay, let's take a look. So we have Ascension, Ascended Master, Oneness, Guides, and Spiritual Support. Beautiful. We also have here Her Last Day in the Light, Unexpected Endings, Surprise Changes, and Sudden Shifts. Okay. With the Queen of Pentacles, it gives me an idea of like Master of Support as well. 3 and 3. I think you feel pretty anchored in a situation. You feel pretty supported within it. You feel an inkling of fear or anxiety that something is about to change, and you want to know if change is destined perhaps, but before we jump too ahead of ourselves, that's just what I'm picking up on so far from your perspective. You're just wanting to know in this situation the truth behind it. Is it going to change? Is it going to last? Is it going to be here a while? What is the truth? We have unexpected endings, surprise changes, and sudden shifts. Oneness in this situation. Yeah, you're anchored in something that you like. You like this situation. 3 and 3. It's like rounded, it's whole, it's friendships involved, it's a good place that you're at generally. You feel solid. You just want to know what to look out for next. What is the truth? Just tell me now so I don't get too involved in this. Because you do tend to kind of throw yourself into the situations you are presented with naturally. Not to your fault, but you just have a little bit of fear that having too much enjoyment within this. Her last day in the light, you're waiting for that last day in the light before it's like taken away, before it falls away. Yes, so let's pull out some tarot to get additional ideas of how you're feeling. What else is there to know with the context of this situation for Pile 3? What are they feeling? What is this idea coming up? Oops, didn't want to do that, but I will take that one. Okay, let's go there. We have Knight of Cups, 5 of Swords. Something came for you that you feel very lucky that it's in your life. The Sun, yeah, it makes you very happy. Again, that's the energy I described. It's whole, it's oneness, it's togetherness. It feels very happy. It could be love that came into your life and you've felt like you need to cling on to it. You're afraid it will go away. But it's felt so good so far. You're wondering if it will go away, if it will walk away, or if otherwise fate will call for it to end. Wow, the Devil. The people showing up feels significant. The couple feels significant. And the truth behind this, it's almost kind of mixing at this point because this is still your perspective. But I wanted to say the truth is that you feel this kind of I don't want to speak too soon. I had an idea, but I think I'm losing it. But it was to say that something you're feeling currently has some truth to it. I know it will come back to me with this Devil card, so I'm going to continue on with getting to what the context is, what the truth behind this is. Yes, let me just kind of gather my thoughts for a moment. Yeah, it was just that you kind of feel like you're both in this like impending doom, almost impending it going away, and that could be the truth. That could be that this is good, but reality is that it will change at one point. But let's get into confirmation of that or not with the oracle. What is the truth behind this for group 3? Let's see. Feeling like something is going to go away that's been making them very happy. Lesson with wisdom through mistakes. Wow. I do not think I've had this card come out of this deck since I've had it. Her last day in the light. Okay, let's look at, you know what, this card was left over when I picked up that deck. I do actually want to look at this as well, see what this says. We have remember who you are with return to the roots. I'm just going to tuck that under. That will be just an extra little message I will consider going forward. So the truth, I think, could be one of crash and burn, but that sounds a little bit dramatic, to be honest. But just that, yeah, it can make you happy and it cannot be supposed to be here forever, and both of those things can be true at the same time. It can be not forever and still be for you and good for you. Her last day in the light, so don't spoil the present moments by just wondering when it's going to be taken from you, because it's never going to be like you wake up and everything is gone, everything is, you felt out of control, out of power. No, I think that this situation would fizzle out in a way that is experienced similarly by both parties, in decline of interest, in decline of intensity, and just growth will be shared similarly at similar rates between both parties. Perhaps it's just wisdom to learn, it's a lesson to learn through experience. Enjoy the days. Don't treat every day like this is, no, do treat your days like it's the last day in the light, but don't let that cloud your enjoyment of the day by thinking that this is the last one. But live like it is. Remember who you are. Don't, and we have her with kind of working on like a hobby, something she enjoys. Do not forget about the things you love. Do not let those fall to the wayside. Maintain those things so that you are not left feeling barren after any change in life. And I think know as well that change, again, does not always happen overnight. It's something that would not smack you too hard in the face with surprise. I think it would be felt. It's kind of like decline or lessening, and so the blow would not be as hard to take. But let's keep going with the reading. The messages are far from over, so let's see what these say. We have innovation. What is the truth behind the situation? And drama. The truth behind the situation. I wonder if you've come up with pretty creative ways to tell yourself that things are going to be bad if you lose this. With drama, you've created some kind of conflict rather than just enjoying it for what it is, become so faithful in your belief that nothing is ever the end of your story. You were never left without forever. Just because something is the way it is now does not mean it always will be. There is no predicting tomorrow, the next week, anything in the future. So live in this present moment, enjoy what you have, and know that there's really nothing to change what you love, what you have right now. So enjoy it. Your big truth that you need to hear is enjoy every moment, starting now, because there is no point in experiencing anything other than what the moment is calling you for. Don't take yourself out of a peaceful moment to think about something in the future that stresses you out that may not even happen at all. You've been getting creative with your ways of putting a lot of weight on this situation, and so the cards are calling you to take pressure off of that, take pressure off of the outcome, and enjoy it for what it is. If you find laughter, if you find fun, if you find adventure in this situation with these people, then take that for what it is. But don't substitute adventure for anxiety over if this adventure will be annual. Will we do it again next year? Will this still be here next year? Like, just enjoy the present, enjoy the current experience generally in life, and especially in whatever is making you very happy right now. Just enjoy it. Let's see, but you want to know, I want to confirm here the truth, like, is generally the question has been answered. The truth is that happiness is not just going to go away for you. Opportunities are not just going to completely disappear for you, but you want to know if this specific situation is meant to last. I think we've kind of had that answered, but not quite clearly enough, I don't think. So let's find out if we can here with the tea leaf, and then into tarot about the situation they have in mind, pile 3, and whether that one is changing. Okay, so we have wreath with sorrow over a loss. I do believe it is changing. We have star with guaranteed success, but the star card always makes me think of wish fulfillment and like spiritual support and guidance, the star guiding you. And so it does just make me feel like you are supported. The truth is that you are supported through losses with what you need next. It's always what you need. We have time to act, and woman dealings or relationship with a woman. Time to act in the relationship is the truth, or time to act toward a new relationship is the truth in this situation. But I don't feel very strongly about that aspect for most of you. The time to act. I want to get into tarot and clarify what's come out here for the truth. Can we know about just this whole situation with a relationship currently, with a friend group? What's going on with this? Can we clarify? Time to act, dealings or relationship. We have the Hierophant. We have the Chariot. The 8 of Swords. The 10 of Cups. And the Sun. Love that that came out twice for you guys. Okay, so time to act, the truth behind this situation. Her last day in the light. This gives me the message that Once again, the truth. It is never your last day in the light, no matter how dark it feels now compared to what once was. There's always, look at the path that takes you into another day in the light. There is always opportunity, always, to replace that which feels lost. The Chariot also feels very promising toward that aspect as well of divine support, wish fulfillment. Those are the ideas I get out of the Chariot. And things that you do not even see at this point that will come for you, that will make you so happy, that will be so perfect for you. Your truth, I almost see like a mirror. Your need here is to ascend to the understanding of the truth that for you there is much value in taking your lens off of the future and into the present moment, and even further, the present moment inward of what you're feeling and how you are truly reacting to it, how you're interpreting it, how is your body responding. Look directly at yourself in the mirror, rather than to the future or to the past in the rear view mirror here, whatever it is. Look toward how you feel right now and learn to capture that feeling and compare it in the future to mark and assess what you should allow to remain. And so just to further kind of clarify here, I feel like we've gotten our answer by now, but I just want to make sure that everyone feels clear on this. So clarifying just once again, yeah, we've learned the lesson that comes with the specific people situation you're asking about, that the situation the reading is calling out. But we want to know if there's like a big red flag about like, yes, you should change now, or just generally releasing the fear of change happening. Yeah, Queen of Wands, take back power into your current, the Knight of Pentacles. Take the knowledge forward, Seven of Cups. Know that there's always more options. I think that whatever you have going now is meant to be here for a good, moderate amount of time. I think you've learned about yourself through it so far. I think you've had enjoyable times. I think you've grown more confident, and I think Knight of Pentacles especially is representing the idea that this is not some like dramatic situation of like, the truth is this is bad for you, you should let it go, it's a huge red flag. No, it's just learning the overall karmic lesson behind what life brings our way and what it takes away. Knight of Pentacles, this will move with you forward for a good while. For a good while. It moves at a moderate pace with not sincerity, that's a weird word to describe it, but like carefulness with grace. So yes, this is not something you're being called to leave tomorrow, but it is the overall understanding that was called to your attention that there is always more for you. Nothing is ever the end of your story. Always maintain that hope and faith that your plan is what it should be. It is what it is today for a reason, and tomorrow is a whole new day. So pile 3, I hope you enjoyed these messages. Please take the time to like, comment your favorite emoji, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you take the time to do all 3 of those things for me. But with all of that said, pile 3, I hope you have an amazing day. I wish you the best of luck in this situation, and I will see you in your next reading.